Okay, setting a proper motivation with 3 points. Refuge field, Dorji the field and the purposes of practice. First, refuge field. Visualize Buddha Shakyamuni, His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and all the enlightened beings who you see as inspiration for your compassion, for you to grow compassion and the wisdom of interdependency. Like, say you take Lord Jesus Christ as inspiration, or Lord Ram as inspiration, Krishna, Prophet Muhammad, or Abraham, or Lord Mahavir, Guru Nanak, Guru Gobind Singh Ji, Bhola, whoever you see as the inspiration of universal compassion and the wisdom of interdependency. And all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in front of you, and how you visualize them, that they're so loving, caring, and embracing. And Dorji the field, visualize your 2 kind parents on your 2 sides, and all your family members, including children, and all the human beings, animals, insects, hungry ghosts, god and goddesses, spirits, here in Bulgaria, in India, in your own country, in the entire world, in the entire Milky Way galaxy, and in the entire universe. Imagine how many creatures are there in the ocean, from the tiniest amoeba to the biggest of the blue whales, and in the forest, from the tiniest of the insects to the biggest of the elephants and so forth. Just imagine all these trillions of creatures, one bullying other, one eating of the other, and the others being eaten by the stronger ones. Just think of all of them. And this is like a vicious cycle. The stronger ones, they eat somebody, create negative karma, and then again will be eaten by somebody else in the future. This is the vicious cycle. And out of great compassion, wanting to break this cycle of tears of samsara, just create the desire to become Buddha for the benefit of all sentient beings. So with this desire to help all the dim sentient beings, you need to be perfected first. You need to be awakened first. For that matter, imagine that you are going to practice this Dharma and that you're going to lead, inspire all other dear mother sentient beings in this direction. With this mind, page 3. And again a reminder, as we recite this, recite the verses and paragraphs, let's make sure that the meanings are reflected while the words flow. Meanings reflected. This is so important. And some of the seniors, for you, not only the meanings reflected, but also the experiences invoked to the best you can. And imagine that you are leading this practice and you inspire all the sentient beings to join you, and they so happily join you in this practice of cleansing the mind, that they experience fearlessness and infinite happiness. Enthused by great compassion, you taught the Immaculate Dharma to dispel all perverted views. To you, the Buddha Gautama, I pay homage. Enthused by great compassion, you taught the Immaculate Dharma to dispel all perverted views. To you, the Buddha Gautama, I pay homage. Enthused by great compassion, you taught the Immaculate Dharma to dispel all perverted views. To you, the Buddha Gautama, I pay homage. Sanje joda zoge jonam lo chanjo bardo dane gyabzo je dage jinso kebe sonam ge jola benjir sanje jubara isho sanje joda zoge jonam lo chanjo bardo dane gyabzo je dage jinso kebe sonam ge Dola tenje sanje dubare jo sanje joga zoge chonamno chanjo bhagdo dane gyabso che dage jinso kebe sonamge Doba Dhanjara Sanya Dubara Sho. I go for refuge and turn my light into the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha. By my accumulations or practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge and turn my light into the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha. By my accumulations or practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge and turn my light into the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha. By my accumulations or practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge and turn my light into the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha. By my accumulations or practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Independent origination, there is no ceasing, no arising, no annihilation, no permanence, no coming, no going, no separateness, no sameness. I prostrate to the consummate Buddha, the supreme of all teachers, the one who taught this peace, which is free of elaborations. I prostrate to the mothers of the hearers, the Bodhisattvas and the Buddhas, who through the knowledge of all lead hearers seeking pacification, complete peace, who through the knowledge of paths, courses, or helping migrators achieve the aims of the world, and through the possession of omniscience help subdue us expound varieties of teachings. Okay, today I will explain this verse. Today I will explain this verse. It says, I prostrate to the mothers, plural form, mothers. And here. So what we need to remember is that sometimes we become too ritualistic. We become too ritualistic and our mind is fully on the rituals. When the ritual is wrong, then it's like everything's gone wrong. And we think that then we lose sight the importance of your spiritual, your mental qualities. Rituals become so important. In reality, this is opposite. So look at all these great masters. For example, this was composed by Arimathea, whose text, this is the word of salutation of the Arimathea's text, Api Samaya Alankara in Tibetan, Mondokyen. And look at this. So there, the great masters never praised the Buddha for their ability to fly, their ability to perform miracles, never. Because they don't really help us. For example, Buddha performed so much of miracles in the past. But today what helps? Buddha actually flew in the sky. These all happened. Miracles were performed by the Buddha himself. Buddha went to the heaven to teach his mother who passed away when he was just 7 days old. A mother who took birth there. He went there, gave teachings there, stayed there for 3 months in the what we call the heaven, 33 heavens. And then descended in the Sangasya, the place in UP, Sangasya. He descended there. So and there were extremely interesting anecdotes. How the Buddha, before the Buddha descended, on another occasion, descended, the other disciples of the Buddha, they descended one by one. And the host was thinking that this must be the little girl who requested who requested the Buddha to come, the little girl. And the young girl, I would say, not little, the young girl's in-laws, they was just wondering, this must be the Buddha. And she said, no, she knows everybody. She said, no, this is not the Buddha. This is the Buddha's disciple by the name Shariputra. And another one came. Oh no, this is the Buddha's, again another disciple, Mahakashyap. So like this, it was all the miracles performed. But today, what do we benefit out of these miracles? Nothing. It becomes a story. And many of us, we will not even believe in the stories. It's what helps. Whereas the Buddha's teachings remove your cognitive misperceptions, increase your compassion. These teachings remain still so vibrant, so relevant. And you practice it, and particularly, perhaps today, we're going to discuss about how the mind works. How the mind works. We can distress ourselves. If we learn these techniques, which the Buddha taught, that's amazing. Wherever you are is nirvana. that's amazing. This is what the Buddha taught. It's not just a belief. This is purely a cognitive transformation that brings about effective transformation in your mind. And your mind was so expansive and at ease. Wherever you are, when things go wrong, you're happy. When things were happy, you're happy. When things are neutral, you're happy. 24/7, you're happy. So this is the instruction, the wisdom the Buddha taught. And across, it's not necessary that you should be a Buddhist to apply this wisdom and gain the benefit. For example, usually I say that you can enjoy pizza, no need to become Italian. So likewise, practice these and see that you are benefited. We take the antibiotics, we take the antidepressants, and these are made by people from other countries, but we take them as neutral thing. It has nothing to do with your religious belief. You take this for your benefit. Likewise, take this teachings of the Buddha. So this is the uniqueness that we remember. So from this, finally, we should transcend the rituals. We should transcend the isms. Oh, I'm Buddhism, I'm Christianity, I'm from Christianity, I'm from Islam, Hinduism, and so forth. We have to cross the ism so that you reach the expansiveness. When you're confined in isms, oh, I'm Buddhist, you're confined in isms, you cannot reach out to others. When you cannot reach out to others, this is not expansive, infinite. Infinity is lost. No infinite joy, no infinite happiness, because you're confined in the prison of ism, prison of my ism. So you cannot reach out to the other isms. So whereas you transcend that, you just reach out to all, love all. This is amazing. So this all happened not by the rituals, it's because of the mental transformation. So this verse that I'm going to share with you, composed by Maitreya, this is amazing, extremely comprehensive. It talks about prostrating to the mothers. Mothers does not mean the real mother. It means the mother in the form of the mental qualities which give, just the mother gives birth to a child, these mental qualities gives birth to your fearlessness. Mental qualities gives rise to your infinite happiness. So these mental qualities are referred to as the mothers, metaphorical mothers. And what are these three qualities, these mothers with the plural? Three qualities indicated. To know this fully, we need to know that there are three kinds of beings. Beings who are wise enough to transcend the mundane thinking to go to the experience of fearlessness and infinite happiness. And the fearlessness, technically referred to as nirvana. In secular context, is fearlessness. Technically speaking, nirvana. Infinite happiness, technically speaking, Buddhahood. In a secular context, infinite happiness. So, anybody who aspires to accomplish these two goals, these are wise people. They can see far away, not just confined to today, immediate goals. They could see far away in time and space. So these beings are classified into three categories. Those who seek, the first two classes, two groups. Those who seek just fearlessness, and those who do not have the courage to go for the infinite happiness. One group who seek fearlessness, who seek to run away from the miseries, but who do not have the courage enough to embrace a full awakening. That is one class. Another one, so courageous to go for full awakening, Buddhahood, full awakening. So the first one, who seek the personal liberation from samsara, this again classified into two, those who are sharp faculty and less sharp faculty. So the less sharp faculty, they are known as Shravakas. These are the technical terms, you have to learn this. Shravakas, in English, loosely translated as hearers. Those who hear the teaching of the Buddha and apply to themselves, hearers. Shravakas. In Tibetan, Nyente. And the other one is the sharp faculty. These are known as the Pratyeka Buddhas. Pratyeka Buddhas. And in In Sanskrit, no, in English, loosely translated as the solitary realizers. Solitary realizers. In Tibetan, Rangyal. Rangyal. So there are two classes within that category, and then the other side is the Bodhisattva, the Bodhisattva, Mahayana practitioners, those who seek those who involve into the attaining full enlightenment, full awakening. So we see that we see that within this category, again, those who are into this minor category, those who work for the welfare of all the beings, for the full awakening, these beings are classified into two. One who has already attained the goal, and the others who are seeking to attain the goals. When the process of working to attain the goal, and those who already attain the goal. Those who already attain the goal are known as Buddhas. Those who are seeking to attain this goal is known as Bodhisattvas. So we see that in this group there are four categories, and the first two, we can club them into two. First them, club into two, those who seek personal liberations. And then those who are involved in benefit of all the beings with full awakening. There are two categories. One who already attained the full awakening, and the other who seek to attain the full awakening. How many understood it thus far, raise hands? How many understood this thus far, raise hands? Good. Now, all beings who are smart enough to think beyond what is today can be classified into three groups in sense. One, those who seek personal liberation. I want to be free from samsara, but who are not courageous enough to go for example, say, okay, let's say that, it's not easy to do fundraising, but you have to do fundraising, and I'll give you two options. One, you have to build a house for the school. One, you can build a small cabin for the guard, for the campus guard, which will cost you, let's say, $10,000 US. The whole school, which will cost you $10,000 US. One is just $10,000. One is $100,000 US. So which you're going to, in your job, is to do one of these two fundraising. Which do you want to do? Be very honest. First or second? Chelsea? The first one, right? Why not the second? Second is good. The whole school is very good. Why not? So much work. You're getting it? So much work. So, to attain full awakening is so much work. Eons and eons, eons. So, we recite the Heart Sutra. There is Shariputra who asks a question. Shariputra belonged to the category of those who seek personal liberation. But, in reality, he was a great bodhisattva. Came in the facade of the personal liberation seeker. So Chelsea belonged to this category. Bodhisattva representing the small group category. Actually the Bodhisattva so courageously representing the other group. Right? Okay. So what I'm saying is that that those people, some belong to this category. I want to free from samsara. What about full awakening? That you have the infinite happiness. That's very good, but it's too tiring, very far away. It will take a long time, a lot of effort. I cannot. The person does not have that courage, number one. Number two, those people to seek personal liberation, it's so selfish, it's too small. Why not go for all sentient beings, very courageous? In your life, you must meet with those people. In your life, generally speaking, you will see which of the two categories more often. Those who seek personal benefit, these are very common. But some people are there who really work for the larger good, is so less in number. You must meet with these beings. You must meet with these beings. Be inspired, because we all have the Buddha nature. We all have the capacity to work for all beings, to attain the maximum happiness, infinite happiness, for the well-being of yourself and for the well-being of all the beings. We must be inspired. We must meet with these beings. For example, the best example today, and yet so less accessible for us. Let me say this again. It's a little ironical. The best example in the world today, yet so less accessible, is His Holiness the Dalai Lama. He's the best example. You meet him, just be with him, listen to him, you will see that our thinking is too small. He will think of the whole world, not just in talk, really expanding the works for the well-being of the beings. Yet we don't have easy access, because that millions want to meet him. So therefore, this is a little problem. But we do find other people. His Holiness is the epitome of this. At the same time, we do find other people. Even among the common people, you can find such people who really think of working for the welfare of the other beings. For example, like one example would be, simple example would be Kabirji here. Kabirji here, the gentleman who was serving as the interim director of this. You met him during the orientation course. He talked with the beautiful English. He started this center. He was the founding director of the center. And for many years, his guru, wherever the guru sent, he was working there. Everywhere, wherever he goes, he inspires others. Finally, with this center, the director, the former director resigned, and then the new director yet to join, and then it was going into limbo phase. During that phase, and all the other staff who are responsible in the office, they resigned. Now it's like vacuum is left, and again he jumped in. To hold it. Again, another example is Rajesh Ji, the one big man. He is working selflessly. He's risking his life to hold this institution. So you must meet these people. You must meet the inspiring people. Okay, so what we said is that all those people, this example, so important. Don't just read the books. Read books, this is a theory, and go to the practical. Meet the real people. Very inspiring. In my life, besides His Holiness and besides my teachers, I met few people who really work selflessly for others. Compassion is beyond amazing. But they're mostly the monastics. Not too many, only few. But they have seen the very common monastics, seemingly very common, ordinary, but deep inside, amazing. We talk about Rinpoches, right? How many of you have heard the word Rinpoche? And we crave after Rinpoches. Real Rinpoches, we don't know where they are. Those with the label Rinpoche or those without the label Rinpoche. You will really see the real Rinpoches among those without the label Rinpoche. They are the real Rinpoches. Rinpoche means the precious one. Amazing. So, for me, if you talk about Rinpoches, I'll keep it very neutral. I'll not touch on this area. Because I've seen the real Rinpoches without the label Rinpoches. Real treasures are there. But rare is amazing among the monks. I've seen them. In other words, people who work for the welfare of the other beings. You look at these people, some of them very rigid. They're administrating something very rigid, and then not really think of the welfare of others. Those who think of the welfare of others, these people are very flexible, and yet they will hold and they will expand. Not for the name, but for the health of beings. These are so rare. You must meet those people and be inspired. This is very important. Then you will see that what is taught here will make sense. So, in short, the beings who see beyond, they are classified into three categories. Who are thinking of the long-term benefit, either fearlessness eternally or eternal happiness, nirvana, Buddhahood. These people are known as the evolved beings. Otherwise, just namesake, bearing the label guru and so forth, just for name, money and so forth. This is just in samsara themselves and deceiving others also to be in samsara. So these beings who transcend the ordinariness, there's a classified into three groups. One, who seek personal liberation, but who do not have the courage to work for all beings. One category, known as, combined together, hearers and, or the Shravakas and Pradika Buddhas. These two combined together in one group. Personal liberation seekers. And the second group, those who work for all the beings. Two categories. One, who already reached, attained for the complete the state, referred to as the Buddhas, and the others who are striving to attain that, known as the Bodhisattvas. Three categories. So, three beings are there. Three beings have their three goals. And to accomplish the goals, for the mother, for you to come on the planet Earth, mother has to give birth to you. Yes, no. Likewise, for these three goals to be materialized, there are three mental qualities like the mothers who gave birth to these three qualities within the three beings. Three beings, the three goals, and the three means to help the three beings to accomplish these three goals. Let me repeat it. The three beings, three goals, and the three means to help the three beings to accomplish their three goals. Clear? Clear? I mean clear? Good. Would I repeat it? Would you like to just paraphrase it? Three beings? Amazing. Three beings and the three ways to help the three beings to accomplish their three goals. Wonderful. You are really the analyst, right? Okay. Armin's a data analyst. Yeah, he did it so beautifully. I put in more words and put in less words and made the same meaning. That's amazing. Okay, good. Now, who are the three beings? You already know. Those who seek personal liberation, and the Bodhisattvas, and the Buddhas, three beings. And what are the goals? The personal liberation seekers, the first, they seek personal freedom. Freedom from samsara. Absolute personal peace. Personal peace is what they are seeking. And the Bodhisattvas, what is their goal? They go to benefit the world, benefit the sentient being, benefit the world, benefit sentient beings. And what about the Buddha's goal? Buddha's goal is to turn the wheel of Dharma. You getting it? And some of you may be wondering, Buddhas, they don't want to help the beings? Or the Buddhas, they also turn the wheel to benefit the beings? Yes. So, first, the Bodhisattvas to benefit the beings, benefit sentient beings. From this, when we talk about the Buddhas, it becomes very precise. Find how to benefit the beings ultimately is by giving the teachings, sharing the wisdom. So the Buddha's one is particularly with the sharing the wisdom. This is something which the Buddha can do, no others can do as effectively as the Buddhas. So the first one is what? What goal is? Personal liberation, freedom from samsara, or personal peace. Peace meaning peace freed from samsara. Then Bodhisattvas, the goal? To benefit the beings. Buddha is the goal? To turn the wheel of Dharma. Okay, now the three goals are there. Now to accomplish these three goals, we depend on the mental qualities, not the superficial rituals or not the superficial miracle powers, mental qualities. So, for the first being to accomplish this goal of personal peace, what mental quality is required is known as the knower of all. That is known as Geshe, knower of all or knower of the basis. Knower of the basis, Geshe, or Kunshe. Geshe, Kunshe, these two are same. Knower of the basis or knower of all. For the Bodhisattvas, what helps the Bodhisattvas to accomplish their goal? What is the goal of the Bodhisattvas? Benefit the beings, benefit all the beings. So that they are able to accomplish by the mental quality known as the knower of the paths. Knower of the paths. Knower of the Paths. Knower of the paths. Then the Buddhas, what is the goal? To turn the wheel of Dharma. For that, the mental quality required is omniscient mind. Omniscient mind, the mind which knows every atom of the universe simultaneously. Omniscient mind. Okay, now tell me, what are the three beings? Raise hands quick. Quick. Ilengo, you want to say? What are three beings? Together, these two together, one group? Bodhisattvas and the Buddhas, very good. Anyone else? Now, what are the three goals? Anyone else? Raise hands. Quick, 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 to save time. Quick. Anyone over there? Pandila. What are the three goals?
The goals for Sravakas or Patrika Buddhas is personal liberations.
Personal liberation or the personal peace?
Or personal peace.
Then?
The goals for Bodhisattvas is benefit to all sentient beings.
For the Bodhisattvas, the goal is to benefit the beings. One.
And for Buddhas, is turn the wheel of Dharma.
For the Buddhas, to turn the wheel of Dharma, the mental quality required, the mother required is? Omniscient mind. Very good. Okay. So, we have the three goals, the three beings, and the three mothers. Three mothers who made the three goals possible. Anyone? Anyone? What are three mothers? Raise hand, quick, quick, quick. Someone? Quick, 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 to save time. Okay, the Thomas. The first one is?
Knowledge of all.
Knowledge of all.
Knowledge of path.
Knowledge of path.
And omniscience.
Omniscient mind. Thank you, thank you. Okay, now how many of you are clear with these three things? Good. So this is a summary. So from these three, for you, if I do tell you, tell me, what is that thing that you will cherish as so important, practically speaking? The three beings, or the three goals, or the three means? Quick, quick. Huh? Which would you cherish the most? Practically speaking. Huh? Three means. Three means are the things which make things magic, which creates the magic of the three goals and the three beings to succeed in achieving the three goals. So three means are very important. So our job is to cultivate the three means within us. You're getting it? The knower of the all, or knower of the basis, and knower of the path, and the omniscient mind. Okay, good. Now let's read this and see if what we said is indicated here. I prostrate to the mothers of the hearers. So hearers is the personal liberation seekers. Pratika Buddha included, implicit, explicitly hearers, or the Shravakas indicated as explicitly. Then next, the Bodhisattvas and the Buddhas, three beings are indicated. Who through the knowledge of all is a means for these hearers seeking pacification to complete peace. The knowledge of all helps the hearers to attain the goal of personal peace. Then who through the knowledge of the paths, for the Bodhisattvas, the knowledge of the paths help them to cause those helping migrators. Who are those helping migrators? Bodhisattvas, to achieve these aims of the world, the welfare of the world. And through the possession of omniscience, help subduers meaning the Buddhas, Buddhas who subdue one's mind completely, expound a variety of teachings. Does it make sense? Okay, this is a huge summary. In fact, this is a summary of the text, which is so condensed. And you read this, study this more and more, your mind expands in your courage, in your common sense. And these people who really study this and practice well, these people can really lead the world. Your heart expands. You'll make things magic. Okay, so let's read this together. I prostrate to the mothers of the hearers, the bodhisattvas and the Buddhas, who through the knowledge of all lead here seeking pacification, complete peace, which through the knowledge of paths causes those have being migrated to achieve the aims of the world, and through the possession of omniscience have subdued us expounded varieties of teachings. The one who has transformed into the reliable guide, motivated by altruism to benefit sentient beings, the teachers who gather and protect her, to you I make prostrations. The one who has eliminated the web of conceptualizations and is endowed with the divine bodies of the vast and the profound, who eternally shines forth the forever noble light rays, to you the Buddha I make prostrations. Inspired by wisdom and compassion, today in the Buddha's presence, I chant the mind of full awakening for the benefit of all sentient beings. Om ye dharma hetu prabhavam hetum desham dathagato yavatat desham chayo nirodha evam vati mahashamanaye swaha. Om ye dharma hetu prabhavam hetum tesham tathagato yavatat tesham chayo nirodha evam vati mahashamanaye swaha. Om ye dharma hetu prabhavam hetum tesham dathagato yavatat tesham chayo nirodha evam vati mahashamanaye swaha. Meaning of 10th Nyingpo mantra. All phenomena arise from causes. The causes are taught by the Tathagata, the cessation causes as well as taught by the great seer. Profound, peaceful, elaboration-free, clear-line and non-composite, such as nectar-like dharma I have discovered, finding no one who can fathom this teaching, in silence I return to woods. Beyond utterance, thought and expression is the perfection of wisdom, which is unborn, unceased, and has the nature of space, is the object of apprehension of self-realized wisdom. To you, the mother of the Buddhas of 3 times, are the obeisance. 4 seals of the Buddha's teachings. All composite things are impermanent. All contaminated things are nature of suffering. All phenomena are the nature of emptiness and selflessness. Transcendent sorrow is peace. The Guru is the Buddha, the Guru is the Dharma, likewise the Guru is the Sangha, the Guru is also everything wholesome. I go for refuge in the Guru. By the sound of the vibrant drum of Dharma, you liberate all beings of miseries. I beseech you to kindly remain in keep teachings until the end of the expanse of billions of eons. The Buddha does not watch the negativities of beings, nor does he remove their miseries by his hands. His spiritual realizations are not transferred to them. It is by teaching the truth of the suchness that the beings are liberated. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered miseries gloom. Instructions on parting from the 4 attachments. If attached to this life, you are not a spiritual practitioner. If attached to samsara, you have no renunciation. If you are attached to your own self-interest, you have no bodhicitta. If there is grasping, you do not have the view. Page 14, praise to Shakyamuni Buddha. to the founder, the endowed transcendent destroyer, one gone beyond, the fourth destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and good conduct, Sugata, Lord of the world, supreme God of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the complete and fully awakened one, endowed transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subdued from the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings and go for refuge. When, O supreme amongst humans who are born on this earth, we pace our seventh stride, then set up supreme in this world, to you who are wise then I prostrate. With pure bodies, form supremely pure, wisdom ocean like a golden mountain, fame that blazes in the three worlds, winner of the best, Lord to earth prostrate. With the supreme science face like a spotless moon, color like gold to you are prostrate. Dust free like you, the three worlds are not, incompatible wise one to you are prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the Founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, to you the Tathagata prostrate. The purity that frees from attachment, the virtue that frees from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime pure reality, to the Dhamma that pacifies are prostrate. Those who are liberated and also show the path to liberation, wholly feel qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you the Sangha prostrate. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions, perform only perfect virtuous actions. Subdue your mind thoroughly, this is the teaching of the Buddha. A star, a visual aberration, a flame of a lamp, an illusion, a drop of dew or a bubble, a dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud, see conditioned things as such. Through this marriage may sentient beings attain the rank of all-seeing, subdue the four falls, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. Page 29, Heart Sutra. And let us not miss the 3 points. The first question asked by Shariputra to Avalokiteshvara. Number 2. Answer given by Avalokiteshvara. And then the benefit that we get if we practice as taught by Avalokiteshvara in response to the question asked by Shariputra. Okay, these 3 points not to miss. The Heart Sutra, the Perfection of Wisdom Sutra. I prostrate to the Arya Tubal Gem. Thus did I hear one time. The Buddha was dwelling on Mass of Valshas mountain in Rajgriha, together with a great community of monks and a great community of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Buddha was absorbed in the concentration and the categories of phenomena called profound illumination. Also at that time, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Avalokiteshvara looked upon the very practice of the profound illumination of wisdom and beheld those 5 aggregates also empty of inner nature. Then through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said this to the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Avalokiteshvara: how should any child of the lineage who wishes to practice the activity of the profound perfection of wisdom train? He said that, and the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Avalokiteshvara said this to the Venerable Shariputra: Shariputra, any son of the lineage or daughter of the lineage who wishes to practice the activity of the profound perfection of wisdom should look upon it like this, correctly and repeatedly, beholding those 5 aggregates also as empty of inherent nature. Form is empty, emptiness of form. Emptiness is not other than form. Form is also not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, composite factors, and consciousness is empty. Shariputra, likewise, all phenomena are empty, without characteristics, unproduced, unceased, stainless, not without stain, not deficient, not fulfilled. Shariputra, therefore, in emptiness there is no form, no fading, no discrimination, no composite factors, no consciousness, no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no visual form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no object to touch, and no phenomenon. There is no I element and so on up to and including no mind element and no mental consciousness element. There is no ignorance, no extinction of ignorance, and so on up to and including no aging and death and no extinction of the aging and death. Similarly, there is no suffering, origination, cessation of the path. There is no exalted wisdom, no attainment, also no non-attainment. Because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and dwell in the perfection of wisdom, the mind without obscuration and thus without fear. Having completely passed beyond error, there is the endpoint of nirvana. All the Buddhas who dwell in the three times also manifestly completely awaken to unsurpassable, perfect, complete enlightenment in reliance on the perfection of wisdom. Therefore, the mother of the perfection of wisdom, the mother of great knowledge, unsurpassed mantra, the mantra equal to the unequaled, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering, should be known as truth, since it is not false. The mantra of the perfection of wisdom is declared, Yata Om Gade Gade Para Samgade Bodhi Swaha. Shariputra, the Bodhisattva, Mahasattva should train in the profound perfection of wisdom like that. Then the Buddha arose from their concentration and commanded the Bodhisattva, Mahasattva, Aravadogiteshvara, saying, well said, son of the lineage, it is like that, it is like that. One should practice the profound perfection of wisdom, just as you've indicated, even the Tathagatas rejoice. The Buddha having thus spoken, the Venerable Shariputra, the Bodhisattva, Mahasattva, Aravadogiteshvara, those surrounding the entirety, along with the world of gods, humans, asuras, and Gandharvas, were overjoyed in highly praise that is spoken by the Buddha. Teta Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasam Gate Bodhisvaha Tyatha Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasam Gate Bodhisvaha Tyatha Om Gate Gate Paragate Gate Bodhisvaha Tyatha Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasam Gate Bodhisvaha Tyatha Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasam Gate Bodhisvaha. As we recite this mantra, Tatyata means here is thus, how to proceed towards fearlessness and how to go towards infinite happiness. Gate, gate is go. Paragate, go beyond. Parasangate, go utterly beyond. Bodhi Swaha, establish your full awakening, fearlessness and infinite happiness. And when we recite this, again don't expect that some miracles will happen. Just this is like a mirror given to you by the Buddha. This is a mirror. Just use this mirror of this mantra every day, recite this and see if your mind is actually moving from the place of selfishness to more and more kind. See if your mind is moving from the ignorance of seeing things as so permanent, seeing things as so intrinsic, objective, so objectively real, to more and more as subjectively real, more and more impermanent. See if your mind is going in this direction. See if your mind is expanding. See if your mind earlier, where you feel for small things, you feel easily agitated and lose hope, and your mind becomes bigger and more expansive. Just see if this is happening. This is a mirror to always see that. But with this mirror given by the Buddha, gate, go. Don't stay in this state of the tears. From the state of tears, go to a state of the tearlessness, freedom from having to shed tears. Go from the state of the pain to the painlessness. Go from the state of the misery, the selfishness, to the other cherishing, more expansive in mind. So just see that, not day by day, recite it day by day, but this examining one's own mind, then you become happier and happier and happier. Are you going from the place of misery, less happiness, to a greater happiness? If this is happening, you will feel that now my life is a purpose. There's a purpose to my life. I can see the purpose of my life there. Whereas if you become more and more unhappy, you're not actually going, gati is not happening. So when it's not happening, don't feel demoralized. But besides this is an extremely important instrument given to you by the Buddha to see that you are going or you are not going towards where you aspire to go. If you're not going, then again remind yourself, okay, look, my mind is stagnant. My mind is not going in that direction. So I'm not going towards the happiness. I'm turning towards more towards suffering. I should again put my mind back to the track of the happiness. Again study more. Contemplate on 4 seals. Meditate in bodhicitta. Meditate in wisdom of fantasy more. And try your best not to harm others, including backbiting others, including judging others. Just try your best to stop these things and try to make things easy for others. Be good at saying yes. Don't be good at saying no. You getting it? Say that when you say yes, everything, you say, let's go to drink. Yes. No. You're getting it? When you say, let's go to pubs, right? Don't say yes. This is actually no. What is that? Let's not go to drink, right? You say no means you're going there. You're getting it? So you be good at saying yes to the good things. Be good at saying yes to the good things, to help others, to grow, to yourself to grow, to help others to grow. Be saying yes. Sometimes rules, regulations, sometimes rules, regulations, they can stop you from growth. Rules, regulations stop you from helping others. Then transcend these rules, regulations. No need to follow rules, regulations. Sometimes rules, regulations stop you. For example, say, these are the very important points. Sometimes say that, okay, there's a car accident. A person is now almost dying. You can save this person in half an hour, but you cannot touch the body. If you touch, person will come, police will come and do the forensic test, and your hand is there, and you are the one responsible for the killing. So these rules are created, and then you dare not touch, and you just wait. Other to get the gloves, you don't have the gloves at hand. And you wait, and when you call somebody, and the ambulance come after 1 hour, person's dead. You're getting it? So sometimes the rules and regulations can be, when you're confident that rules and regulations, they hamper you in doing the good things for others, where you can bypass sometimes. Don't be too rigid. Don't be too rigid by the letters. You're getting it? Sometimes, for the good of the others, there are times where you can do a little bit bypass. Even the rules and regulations made by people whose thinking may not be too complete. You're getting it? Your thinking may be even bigger than the people who actually made the rules. Sometimes. But, generally speaking, follow the rules. Right? And then maybe you are the one to reform the rules. You're getting it? Particularly, there are many things which you can easily do. Not necessarily having to look at the rules. Oh no, rule doesn't permit you to do this. Right? Say, for example, say somebody wants to join the retreat to learn about compassion. The person comes today, and then the administrator here says, no, the rule says that you are not allowed. You should come on the first day. And today is the 3rd day. You are not allowed. Right? And the person wants to learn compassion. What's the problem? Bypass this rule. It's an exception. And when the rule says exception, it says the director has the discrete power to bypass the rules. These rules also there. There's also a rule. You're getting it? You don't be too rigid. What I'm saying, there are many things which we can do easily to the flourishing of the humanity, to the flourishing of the world, to the flourishing of the happiness of others. Why should the rules and regulations, why should we be too rigid? to stop others from growing, from compassion. Don't just say, the rule doesn't say like this. Rule doesn't. No, sometimes you bypass rules. Rules are also created by the people. Rules will be judged by the people, right? Oh, these are the things where you just expand your heart. Follow both sides of the path. You getting it? Follow both sides of the path. Be courageous. With the wrong things, follow the rules. With the wrong things, follow the rules. With the good things, be courageous to go beyond. Okay. So, this Harsur mantra, it should be a mirror for us to see that if you're growing from sadness to greater and greater happiness, if you're growing from the short, what call it, very narrow-mindedness to broader mind. See, this is what is happening. Very good. By the teachings, let's recite it once more, 3 times. Te-ta-vom gate-gate para-gate para-sam-gate bodhi-swaha-tyata om gate-gate para-gate para-sam-gate bodhi-swaha-tyata om gate-gate para-gate para-sam-gate bodhi-swaha. By the teachings of the Three Supreme Jewels possessing power of truth, may inner and outer hindrance be transformed, may they be dispelled, may the non-existent, may they be pacified, may all negative forces opposed to the Lama be completely pacified, may the host of 80,000 obstacles be pacified, may we be separated from problems and conditions harmful to the Dharma, may all enjoyments be in accord with the Dharma, may auspices of perfect happiness pervade this place now. 8 verses for training the mind, page 35. By Geshe Langritamba. With the determination to achieve the highest aim, for the benefit of all sentient beings, where such passes, even the wish-fulfilling gem, may hold them dear at all times. Whenever I interact with someone, may I view myself as lowest amongst all, and from the very depths of my heart, respectfully hold others as superior. In all my deeds, may I probe into my mind, and as soon as material and emotional afflictions arise, as they endanger myself and others, may I strongly confirm and avert them. When I see beings of unpleasant character, and those oppressed by strong negativity and suffering, may I hold them dear for a dead rare to find, as if I have discovered a jewel treasure. When others out of jealousy treat me wrongly with abuse, slander, and scorn, may I take upon myself the defeat and offer to others the victory. When someone whom I have helped or in whom I have placed great hopes mistreats me in extremely hurtful ways, may I regard still as my precious teacher. In brief, may I offer benefit and joy to all my mothers, both directly and indirectly. May I quietly take upon myself and all hurts and pains of my mothers. May all these remain undefiled by the stains of the 8 mundane concerns, and may I, recognizing all things as illusions, devoid of clinging, be released from bondage. From my 2 collections, vast space that I've amassed, from working with effort in this practice for a great length of time, may I become the shield-leading Buddha for all those whose minds be blinded by ignorance. Okay, let us turn to page 40, a short mantle offering. This ground, adorned with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, the 4 continents, the sun, and the moon. I imagine this as the Buddha felt and offer it. May all sentient beings enjoy this pure land. O Session-1 Re-ra The four Dhammas, Venerable Kambapa. May I be blessed that my mind is directed towards the Dharma. May I be blessed that my Dharma practices on the proper path. May I be blessed that the path is free of flaws. May I be blessed that the flaws are seen in the light of exalted wisdom. The four Dhammas of Venerable Bhikshu Mahasattva, becoming utterly frustrated with the ignorance that grasps the true existence. Please bless me to generate the general renunciation, seeing all aspects of samsara as viciously repulsive. Please bless me that my mind soon overflows with the precious bodhicitta that cherishes others more than myself. Please bless me to have an immaculate experience of the wisdom of emptiness that does not see even an atom of intrinsic reality on the basis of understanding how things come into being by dependent origination through mere conditioning. Please bless me that my mind soon overflows with the precious wisdom of the non-duality of bliss and emptiness. Edam Guru Ratnam and Lagam Nirate. Amen. The next page, 42. The Foundation of All Good Qualities by Lama Tsongkhapa. The Roadmap to Full Awakening, Fearlessness, and Infinite Happiness. The foundation of all good qualities is a kind and a perfect pure Guru. Correct devotion to him is the root of the path. By clearly seeing this and applying great effort, please bless me to rely upon him with great respect. Understanding that the precious freedom of this rebirth is found only once, is greatly meaningful and is difficult to find again. Please bless me to generate the mind that unceasingly day and night takes its essence. This life is as impermanent as a water bubble. Remember how quickly it decays and death comes. After death, just like a shadow follows the body, results of virtuous and non-virtuous karmas follow. Finding firm and definite conviction in this, please bless me always to be careful to abandon even the slightest negativity and accomplish all virtuous deeds. Samsaric splendors are unsatisfying and unreliable. Seeking them is the door to all suffering. Recognizing these shortcomings, please bless me to generate a strong wish for the bliss of liberation. Led by this pure thought, mindfulness, alertness, and great question arise. The root of the teaching is keeping the Pratice vows. Please bless me to accomplish this essential practice. Just as I have fallen into the sea of samsara, so fall my created beings. Please bless me to see this, train in supreme bodhicitta, and bear the responsibility of freeing migratory beings. Even if I develop bodhicitta, but I don't practice the three types of morality, I will not achieve enlightenment. With my clear recognition of this, please bless me to practice the Bodhisattva vows with great energy. Once I pacify distractions to wrong objects and correctly analyze the meaning of reality, please bless me to generate quickly within my mind stream the unified path of karma abiding special insight. Having become a pure vessel by training the eternal path, please bless me to enter the holy gateway of the fortunate ones, the supreme Vajra vehicle. At that time, the basis of accomplishing the two attainments is keeping pure vows and samaya. As I become firmly convinced of this, please bless me to protect these vows and pledge them in my life. Then, having realized the importance of the two stages, when the essence of Vajrayana, the practice with great energy, never give up the 4 sessions, please bless me to realize the teachings of the Holy Guru. And the spiritual friends who practice have long lives, please bless me to pacify completely all outer and inner hindrances. In all my life is never separated from perfect gurus, may enjoy the magnificent Dharma, by completing qualities of the stages of the paths, may could attain the state of Vajratara. Mix them a verse. First let's read the English, followed by the Tibetan. You are Avalokiteshvara, great treasure of non-referential compassion, and Manjushri, master of flawless wisdom, as well as Vajrapani, disturb hosts of demons without exception. Tsongkhapa, crown jewel of the sages of the land of snows, Losantaba, at your feet and make prostrations. Yorabalokiteshvara, great treasure of non-referential compassion. A Manjushri, master of flawless wisdom, as well as Rajapani, destroyer of hosts of demons without exception. Sankaba, crown jewel of the sage of the land of snows, Losantaba, at your feet I make prostrations. Okay, next, generating the mind of consummate yoga in Tibetan. Tamche Ninjogi Sem Kepa. Okay, so thus far is having laid the ground for us to the actual practice. Now, what a practice. Roadmap is already created, and now we have to walk this road. So for that, there are 4 points to keep in mind. One is the finally what cleanses the mind is the wisdom of emptiness. One. And this wisdom of emptiness is like a very sharp axe to cut the poisonous tree of the mental defilements. But this axe, this sharp axe, there are two huge trees. One is smaller and one is bigger. And which of the two poisonous trees this axe will cut depends on the motivation. If the motivation is very strong, willpower is very strong, then you can cut, because you don't want this poisonous tree. It creates skin rashes on your body. So you will cut with a very powerful motivation, willpower, you can cut both the poisonous trees. So that motivation, if you don't have the motivation, you just hit it twice, you feel tired, or it's too big, I cannot, then you stop. Although it's a very sharp axe, but the axe doesn't work when the willpower is missing. So the sharp axe is metaphor for the wisdom of emptiness. And the willpower required, very strong willpower required, that is the greatest of willpower, is bodhicitta. So the sharp axe must be used by the bodhicitta to cut the poisonous tree of the mental defilements. And this bodhicitta, how strong this bodhicitta is, depends on how much you can feel on yourself the miseries, the pains of the miseries, pains that feel. You feel the pain on yourself too intensely, then you think of others. Others also have this pain. Then, on the basis of your experience, then you can empathize with others. Then your compassion can become very strong. Bodhicitta can be very powerful. So your renunciation, you're wanting to get away from miseries, that renunciation is required to make the bodhicitta strong. So renunciation is required. One is wisdom of emptiness, and the motivation should be the bodhicitta. This bodhicitta must rest on the renunciation. And these three experiences, they must be stabilized. They must be very strong and firm. So stability will begin by the shamatha meditation, single-pointed meditation. So number 4 is single-pointed meditation. These three things are required if you want to attain the maximum happiness for yourself and for others. These three things are required, and then you can go anywhere. Not necessary that you have to always come to me or Tibet house. You can go anywhere. You can go to Theravada Buddhism. You can go to Chinese Buddhism. You can go to whatever Buddhism. You can go anywhere, as long as you have these 4 things there. As long as you have these 4 things in your part of your practice, you can go to any tradition, is fine. If any of these 4 things are missing, even if you are right in front of the Buddha, it doesn't help. You cannot reach to the aspired goal. So therefore the Buddha taught, so here the verse which we read said, Buddhas do not wash their negativities of beings. You remember that? The Buddhas, nor do they remove the miseries by their hands. There's no such things. People can make the, what is that? Propaganda, right? Oh, we can remove the miseries like this. If this is what can be done, then by now everybody should be liberated. Nobody should be suffering. Because those people who have that power should have the maximum compassion. And this compassion should not leave anybody suffering. Yet the world is full of miseries. So if there is somebody saying that we can lift the suffering like this is all propaganda. Use your common sense. Use your common sense. You're getting it? Why are you suffering? Why that agent, Buddha or whatever, is not lifting you like this? Why not? Why not? So the Buddha said, you are the master of yourself. Who else is there as your master? The one who tames one's mind is wise and will be liberated. But how to tame the mind? This is what the Buddha taught. Buddha said, I am showing you the path and you walk the path. You getting it? Let me say this again. The Buddha said, you are the master of yourself. Who else is there as your master? Very true. Why we are suffering? There's no master who will lift us up from suffering. No one could do that. If there's somebody who can do that, by now, why the world is suffering? So the Buddha said, you are the master of yourself. Extremely realistic. You are the master of yourself. Who else is there as your master? The one who tames one's mind is wise and will be liberated. Okay, how to tame one's mind? The Buddha said, I don't know how to tame. So okay, I should tame, I'm the master of myself. I should take care of myself. Yes, you have to take care of yourself. But how? Tame your mind, tame your mind. How to tame your mind? The Buddha said, I will show you the path. You walk the path. You have to walk the path yourself. Nobody can walk the path for you. This is amazing. You're getting it? This is amazing. So with this in mind, so what is that thing that we have to walk? Now these are the 4 things that we have to walk with. Walk in these, with these 4 things we have to walk. So as a part of this practice, what we do is that first we do the shamatha meditation, single point meditation, to stabilize this practice. 5 minutes. And yesterday I said, I'm not going to give the introduction, explain anymore. Right? Okay, the most important thing is with the body. Okay, but what are 4 points for the shamatha meditation to remember? Body posture, focal point. Identify the errors meditation. The perfect. I'm so glad you made my day. Thank you. You have everything word by word. Okay, body posture number 1. Focal point number 2. Hey, when I praise Joshua, it doesn't mean that, okay, you are exempted, right? In a way, it's saying that we, each one of us, would have these on our fingertips because we have to walk our own path, right? We are the master of ourselves, right? Joshua is not a master. Joshua walk his path, he's walking. This is amazing. He remembered all these 4 on his fingertips. So we also have to walk the path, Armin, right? With walk the path. Okay. So don't just keep it on the data, right? So make it your data. you flow with the data. Not you, me, all of us. Okay, ready? So, first the body posture. Most important thing is body upright. Unless you have backache problem or so forth, body upright, and don't lean against a support. If you have no backache problem, then don't lean against support. Keep your body upright, flexible. This one. Next, very important point is don't close your eyes. Keep your eyes half open. 45 degrees cast down and just ignore, but eyes open. This is very important. Number 2. These are 2 most important things. Then for the focal point, counting the breath. Breath in, breath out. 1 cycle. Breath in, breath out. Cycle 2. We do for 5 minutes. Alongside multitasking, visualize a tiny white dot between nose and upper lip, and your eyes should not be looking at it. Don't forget it. Your eyes should not be looking at it. Your eyes 45 degrees cast down. Your mental consciousness should be looking at it. What is mental consciousness? Okay. Scratch the space between your nose and the upper lip. Scratch it. Don't look at it. Scratch it. Do you feel something? Do you feel something? Hey, tell me. Give the answer. Yes. So when you say yes, your mental consciousness is operating. Your body sense consciousness operates. Your body sense consciousness feels that. Information is passed to mental consciousness, and your mental consciousness gives the answer yes. You're getting it? Your mental consciousness operating. Now you scratch behind your back. Don't look at it, just scratch. Do you feel something? Allah. Do you feel something? Yes, right. Okay, so you feel something. Your eyes are not looking at it, but you could feel it. You could feel it. You're getting it? It is your body sense consciousness passing the information to a mental consciousness, and your mental consciousness says yes. When you say yes, no, and so forth, is all mental consciousness operating. But the information given by the sense consciousness. You're getting it? Okay. So your mental consciousness should be looking at this spot, not your eyes, not even your sense, the body sense, just a tiny white dot between your nose and upper lip. This is what you should be doing. That is the focal point. Identify the errors of meditation. 2. What are they? What are they? Laxity and look. Okay. Laxity and excitement. Laxity and excitement. Okay, no, I'm not going to explain these 2. Remember these. How to overcome the 2 errors. Apply the remedies. What are the 2 remedies? Introspection and mindfulness. Introspection comes first. Introspection and mindfulness. Very good. 5 minutes. Ready? Imbe. Okay, so let's 5 minutes. Okay, thank you. And next is renunciation. Renunciation. Renunciation we're going to do on the basis of instructions. I'll give the instructions and try to follow the instructions and just try your best as much to invoke the experience as much as possible. Remember. That is this. Okay. And particularly when we do this meditation, the first one that we did, it is a single pointed meditation. Now, renunciation, bodhicitta, wisdom of emptiness, they all are going to be analytical meditation, where your mind should be active, very active, yet controlled. You're getting it? Not going here and haywire. It's very controlled activity. So oftentimes, if you do the single pointed meditation, too much, without the activity of the mind, the tendency that your mind can become lax in a different way. The proactivity can disappear. You're getting it? If you don't engage, if you don't strike a balance between the single pointed meditation and analytical meditation, if you do the single point meditation, just observing your breath and observing the senses, just doing this all the time, then the other side, the mental activity, that can be missing. And then your mind will gradually disappear the proactivity quality of proactivity of the mind. It can disappear. So some people, they do long-term just observing the senses. It's very good practice, but it must be balanced. It must be balanced, like a balanced diet. Protein is very important. Keep eating protein, without carbohydrate, there's a problem. Without the vitamins, there's a problem. So protein, vitamins, carbohydrate, minerals, they all are required in balanced state. Likewise, single point of meditation, like observing the breath, observing your senses and so forth. This one part, and must be balanced with the analytical meditation. If that is missing, oftentimes you will notice that people who are very good in meditation, single point meditation, they think that this is everything. The proactivity is missing. And this quality of proactivity, this is so precious. Finally, our job is, if your job is for personal liberation, personal liberation, that's a different story. If your job is to become Buddha, your mind should be extremely fast, but controlled fast. With attachment, your mind is very fast, but it's uncontrolled. Anger, very fast. Chelsea, yes? Anger, very fast. Right? So, anger can be very fast, but it's not controlled. It goes haywire so fast. Uncontrolled, child. Extremely controlled, and yet so fast, that is very difficult. You agree with me? Control so fast is very difficult. Lack of control so fast is very easy. For if someone tells you, you stupid girl, you stupid boy, instant the anger erupts, explodes so fast, high quality. You agree? Anger, high quality, and so fast, like a short circuit. But if I say that, do it with the virtues, forget about virtues, even with neutral things, mind be as fast, your mind was very slow. You getting it? Okay, do you try? Let's try it. Okay, do a mathematical calculation. Simple mathematics. Okay, we'll do it later, not today, not now. Okay, good. So this is going to be, what we do is that meditation is one thing, and then the studies. With the studies, you can correlate here and there. To the meditation, don't correlate too much. Just follow the instructions and try to invoke the experience. When you do study, then you can correlate here that what you've learned before, or what is said doesn't tell you with what I learned before, what I read before, and so forth. So here, when you do meditation, just follow the instructions and don't do the correlations. You can do the correlations later on. Just focus on invoking the experiences. Ready? Ready? Okay, good. So today, tomorrow we'll do with instructions, and day after tomorrow we'll try without instructions. Which means, Arvind? Today, tomorrow I'll give the instructions. Day after tomorrow, no instructions. Which means you have to remember the points, what to contemplate on in a meditation. You're getting it? Your mind can go blank if you don't remember the points. So when you get the instructions today and tomorrow, remember these points just sequentially. Okay, ready? Renunciation. Renunciation is to renounce your miseries. It is not to renounce your happiness. To renounce the miseries, we need to know how to renounce the causes of the miseries. And the causes of miseries, the Buddha identified ignorance as the root cause of miseries, and within the ignorance there are so many levels, and of which the Buddha identified the 4 of them. To eradicate these, to counteract these 4 kinds of ignorance, the Buddha indicated the 4 seals. The first seal, all composite things are impermanent. Composite phenomena are those phenomena which are constituted of material and directional parts and temporal parts, such as the body, your mind, the food that we eat, the people you interact with, the world, the universe, and so forth. And what is the composition should necessarily be impermanent phenomena. And impermanence is of 2 kinds, gross and subtle. The gross one are those impermanent phenomena whose continuum terminates. For example, 2023, our youth and the past beautiful days, birthday celebrations, the New Year celebrations, so forth, Diwali celebrations, so forth, they're all impermanent, their continuum stops. It is for this reason that the Buddha taught, whatever is accumulated gets exhausted. Whatever comes together will disperse. Whatever the meeting ends in separation. What is born dies. Our death is bound to happen. The continuum of our living state, our being alive, will come to an end. We need to remember that. And yet we don't know when will it come, when will that day come. It may be tomorrow. It may be this afternoon. We never know. But be prepared. Think of this. It will make us be prepared. And this gross impermanence is underscored by the subtle impermanence. All composite phenomena should necessarily have the element of subtle impermanence. Subtle impermanence means things which change momentarily, like a constant flux, momentary flux of the changes that we see, movement of things, composite phenomena. Like what? All composite phenomena, they should necessarily be undergoing the momentary change. For example, the tree that we plant today, that was planted 10 years ago, and today is 10 feet tall. And this tree had been changing every year, that after 10 years it grew to 10 feet tall. And the 1 foot tall tree is because of the changes that you see in the month by month. And the change you see Within months, it's possible with the change that we see in the day. Daily it was changing. And that is because of the change hourly. That's because of the change, minute by minute change, second by second change, millisecond by millisecond change. It can go further. Just stop there. Just see that your body is going at that pace of change. This tree is actually changing at that pace so fast. And all comes the phenomena, they're running so fast. We see them as so static and stable and unmoving. This is the illusion created by a mind. This is the limitation of our mind, limitation of our eye consciousness. In actuality, all composite phenomena, they move so fast. What moves so fast? If your body is, if all composite phenomena, they move so fast, it's like you thrown in a very fast moving train. The faster the train moves, the more the fear. And of course, why the fear? We don't know where this is taking us. And who decides where this train is taking us? Very fast moving train. Decided by the train driver. If the train driver is your mother or father, no doubt will take you to this picnic spot. But if the train driver is either the terrorist or under the dictate of the terrorist, it will only take you to the slaughterhouse. In our case, the train driver is our mind, and unfortunately, this mind is under the dictate of the worst of the terrorists, which is self-grasping ignorance. And this self-grasping ignorance, which is the contamination, worst of the contaminated state, and where your mind is under the dictate of the worst of contamination, self-grasping ignorance, it will only take us to the miseries. This is what the Buddha indicated as that second seal. All contaminated things are of suffering nature. What kind of suffering? Three kinds of suffering. Suffering change, and the pervasive conditioned suffering. And one moment of such a suffering is good enough. Even one moment of suffering is good enough. The loss of near and dear one, the enormous fear, enormous pain they feel is good enough to nullify all the past experiences of the wonders, the merriments, the festivities, birthday celebrations, picnics, and so forth. They all seem to be so hollow and shallow in the eyes of one moment of experience of deep anguish and a deep loss, pain, deep pain due to loss of near and dear ones. That's true. So, how can we, when will these stop? When will these tears stop? This life I've had enough, and in the future also there will be a lot more. What about when will this stop? What about next life? What about next? It will never stop. It'll keep perpetuating. Okay, it'll never stop. There's no way. Of course there's a way out. What's the way out? When will it stop? 2023 stopped. At the time of the Buddha, 2023 was like 2,500 these something years later. Now it came, it disappeared, it left. Likewise, however long this duration of the pains and tears, there must be an end. They should come to an end one day. When will that day be? No, there's no such day. But the good thing is that if you put effort, then it'll come to an end. If you don't put effort, it'll never come to an end. Okay, it makes sense. What kind of effort is required? For that, we need to know the cause of these tears. And the cause of these tears is the contaminant karmas, triggered by afflictions, gross afflictions, triggered by inappropriate attention, exaggerating the qualities of the object, which in turn is triggered by self-grasping ignorance. Being in the dream created by self-grasping ignorance. What should we do now? Yes, wake up from the sleep of ignorance. How to wake up? What do you mean by waking up? Just as in the dream, you see the dream as so objective real. When you wake up, you see the dream as just a subjective real, empty of objective reality. Okay, wake up from the sleep of ignorance, to know that everything that we encounter with, they are empty of objective reality, that they all like dream. Just imagine that you wake up from the sleep of ignorance and you start to see everything like dream. Wow, that's amazing. Empty of objective reality. This is what the Buddha indicated as everything is the nature of emptiness and selflessness. Wow, that's amazing. So, what benefit will I get? Yes. Just when you wake up from the conventional dream, from nightmare, that nightmare stops, all your fear stops. Likewise, if you wake up from the sleep of ignorance, all these kinds of suffering, change, but physical condition suffering, all will dissolve. It will transcend the sorrow. Transcended sorrow will be replaced. The sorrow will then be replaced by the acute, profound peace, where all the agitation stop, where all the sorrows stop. Stay in this experience for a while. This is what the Buddha indicated as transcending sorrow is absolute peace. Just now generate this feeling that all these sorrows are transcended, mental disturbance is transcended. That desire to stay in this experience is the renunciation. Renouncing all the miserable experiences and cause of the experiences through discovering the empty nature of all phenomena, empty of objective reality. So wanting to stay in this experience of emptiness, where all your sorrows dissolve, that aspiration, desire, is the renunciation. Stay in this experience for a while. Okay, good. Now we will move to the bodhicitta. For the bodhicitta today we will do usually in group. For the bodhicitta, what we do is in group we do the 4 immeasurable, practice of 4 immeasurables. When you're on your own, and later on we learn the 2 methods. Method of the 7-fold cause-effect method to generate bodhicitta, and the method of equalizing and exchanging self for others. We do these 2 methods. And after learning these 2 methods, when you're on your own doing your practice, we must engage in these 2 methods. In group, these 2 methods will take a long time, so you should do the 4 immeasurables. Of the 4 immeasurables, we don't have much time, we'll do the first 2 immeasurables. Ready? Okay. To this unconditional love towards all the beings is something which we have never experienced before. So therefore we require a lot of blessings and inspirations from all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas as support. Just visualize all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Buddha Shakyamuni, His Holiness the Dalai Lama, Buddha Shakyamuni who become enlightened under the Bodhi tree here, motivated by this incredible and the altruistic compassion, bodhicitta. And His Holiness the Dalai Lama who visited this place and blessed this place so many times with the compassion bodhicitta. And all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. And imagine that your 2 parents, all the family members, and all the sentient beings living on the other side, they're all with you. And imagine that you're leading this practice, and everyone is joining you in this practice. The first immeasurable compassion. And this practice, for some of us, it may turn out to be a little superficial. It may not resonate with your innate thinking. It doesn't matter. This is the meaning of the practice. You practice music, keyboard. You mimic the teachers. You mimic your teacher to press the various keys of the keyboard. And there's no music. There's only noise coming out. And you think that you are playing music. There's no music. But you keep practicing it. Keep doing it again, wholeheartedly. And eventually it'll turn into beautiful music. This is because of this, the constant practice. This is the meaning of the practice. Starting from the noise, then turning to music. Starting from selfishness, turning to altruism or compassion. With this mind, immeasurable compassion. How good would it be that all my dear mother sentient beings are freed from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all my dear mother sentient beings be freed from suffering and the causes of suffering. I will take the responsibility that all my dear mother sentient beings are freed from suffering and the causes of suffering. The Buddhist Bodhisattvas, like the mother after all the many years of raising her children, today the eldest daughter, just age 12, and the eldest son, age 11, comes to the mother, telling the mother, "Mother, please take rest. You have done everything for us. Now we're grown up. We'll take care of all our siblings." And the mother could not believe her eyes in years, tears coming out of joy. This is exactly what is happening to all the Buddhist Bodhisattvas, to see that you have made such a courageous commitment to take the responsibility of all the beings on your shoulder. And this immense pride and the joy the Buddhist Bodhisattvas feel invoke their compassionate minds to send forth nectars of very soothing lights towards you and all Dhamma sentient beings. The mere touch of the lights and nectars from the Buddhist Bodhisattvas with the bodies of yourself and all beings washes away all the miseries and causes of miseries from the minds of sentient beings and yourself. And you witnessing such a miracle is happening towards all the Dhamma sentient beings, you're intensely happy. Take 3 deep breaths, sigh with a relief. Next, immeasurable loving kindness. How good would it be that all my dear mother sentient beings are endowed with happiness and the causes of happiness. Causes of happiness primarily consisting of the wisdom of emptiness, the most fearless mind of the wisdom of emptiness, and the most beautiful mind of the bodhicitta. May all my dear mother sentient beings be endowed with happiness and the causes of happiness. I will take the responsibility that all my dear mother sentient beings are endowed with happiness and the causes of happiness. The Buddha's Bodhisattvas, witnessing that you are making such a courageous commitment, that the mother, after all these many years of raising her children with so much hardship, and now today feeling so proud of her children. This is exactly what all the Buddhist Bodhisattvas are feeling today. They are so happy and proud of you. Despite the happiness invoke their compassionate minds to send forth nectars of soothing lights towards you and all Dhamma sentient beings. Their mere touch of lights and nectars with the bodies of yours instills in all happiness and the cause of happiness in the minds of sentient beings to yourself. And you witnessing such a miracle is happening towards all the Dhamma sentient beings, you're intensely happy. Take 3 deep breaths, sighing with the relief. Abiding this unconditional love that you've developed right now. Imagine that you're looking at the eyes of each of the sentient beings with so much love and affection, to the extent that each one of them feels themselves as so special in your eyes. With folded hands, let us make a bodhicitta commitment 3 times. I'll say this, and then let's all repeat this 3 times together. And try to take the maximum advantage of being here in Bodh Gaya, where the compassionate teacher Buddha Shakyamuni became enlightened. Let's make the same aspiration as the Buddha did. May I become Buddha for the benefit of all my dear mother sentient beings. May I become Buddha for the benefit of all my dear mother sentient beings. May I become Buddha for the benefit of all my dear mother sentient beings. May I become Buddha for the benefit of all my dear mother sentient beings. Slowly transform this amazingly most beautiful mind of the Bodhicitta, which wishes to become Buddha for the benefit of all dear mother sentient beings. Slowly transform this into a spotlessly clean moon disk. Moon disk, 3 mm in diameter, 2 inches in diameter or 3 inches in diameter, horizontally sitting on the heart. Okay, that's amazing that you made such a courageous commitment to become Buddha. But remember, no matter how much you squeeze handful of sand, no oil comes out. Yes, I know that. Which means that no matter how much you put effort, Buddhahood may not arise within you. No. Buddhahood will arise because I'm not like a handful of sand. I'm like a handful of sunflower seeds. I have the seed of perfection with me, seed of Buddhahood with me. But how come that is not activated since time immemorial till now? Yes, it's all because that I'm deceived by the two demons, self-grasping ignorance and self-centered attitude. Now what are we going to do? I'm going to put every effort to exterminate the two demons. What are we going to do? I'm going to resort to a very powerful remedy. What's the remedy? The wisdom of emptiness. So since that you are not introduced to wisdom of emptiness yet, we will just imagine that we wake up from the sleep of ignorance and we start to see everything as empty of objective reality, like a dream. Just imagine that I'm seeing everything like a dream. From the object, there's nothing there as objective real. Wow, that's amazing. Just as when you come out of the dream, the contents of the dream cannot affect you anymore. That is, your mind becomes totally free. Wow, this is the total freedom that I feel, that to know that nothing exists objectively, everything is like a dream. Okay, imagine that this is wisdom that you generated. Imagine that this wisdom is the one which will cut all the mental defilements to make your Buddha nature manifest completely. Wow, that's amazing. Slowly imagine, visualize that this wisdom that you generate to see everything like a dream, empty of objective reality, as a thumb-sized white vajra, vertically sitting on the moon texture of the heart. That's amazing. This moon. Okay, so you have to watch the moon here. These two will guarantee that your mental defilements will be completely removed, and your Buddha nature will manifest fully like the sunshine, full sunshine. And you're free, complete, you experience infinite happiness, and that you're able to share this wisdom with all the other dimensional beings, just as the sun eradicates, it dispels the darkness wherever it hits. Wow, that's amazing. Now think of your parents, think of your sentient beings, think of your children, your family members, all the sentient beings. They are suffering terribly. One killing another one bullying another one exploiting another one eating another one. And they continue to suffer. And then those who eat, they will be eaten up in the future. Those who kill will be killed in the future. They exploit others, will be exploited by others in the future. This is a vicious cycle. With great compassion, you just multiply the volume of your heart infinitely. And these replicas of Vajra moon that you have multiplied, you share one set of Vajra moon at the heart of your mother, one set with your father at his heart, one set with each one of family members, including children, one which each of sentient beings here in Root Institute, in the world, in the entire Milky Way galaxy, in the entire universe, every creature, including the tiny amoeba to the greatest of the whales, from the tiny insect to the biggest of the elephants, everyone, all the trillions and trillions and trillions of beings, now they got the share of the Vajramon, which you so kindly shared. That's amazing. Meanwhile, let's not forget all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas are watching us, and they're so happy. And this happiness the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas feel, make the Vajramon at their hearts to multiply infinite number of times. And just visualize that, like rain shower, these replicas Vajramon from the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas descend to merge with the one that visualizes your heart. Likewise, descend to merge with the one that visualizes the heart of your mother, father, and all the demon sentient beings, thereby becoming non-dual, stabilized, and blessed. Wow, this is amazing. So with this in mind, let us turn to page 50. Page 15. Let's recite these verses wholeheartedly, but reflect on meanings. And imagine that you are taking the aspiration Bodhisattva vow, and all the beings are joining you, and all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, they are watching us. And it's not necessary that you should be a Buddhist. No need. Anyone can take this aspiration Bodhisattva vow, as long as you make the commitment that from today onwards, I will not harm others. I try my best not to harm others, and from today onwards I'll try my best to render benefit to other beings. I go for refuge to the triple gem. I confess the negativities individually. I rejoice in the virtues of all the beings. I hold the best Buddha in my heart. I go for refuge to the triple gem. I confess the negativities individually. I rejoice in the virtues of all the beings. I hold the best Buddha in my heart. I go for refuge to the triple gem. I confess the negativities individually. I rejoice in the virtues of all the beings. I hold the best Buddha in my heart. Gurus, Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas, please pay heed to me. Just as the previous Buddhas have generated the mind of bodhicitta, and just as they successfully dwell in the Buddhist practices, likewise for the benefit of all sentient beings, I will generate the mind of bodhicitta, and likewise shall have two successful train the Buddhist practices. Gurus, Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas, please pay heed to me. Just as the previous Buddhas have generated the mind of bodhicitta, Buddhist practices, likewise for the benefit of all sentient beings, I will generate the mind of bodhicitta, and likewise shall have two successful trained Bodhisattva practices. Gurus, Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas, please pay heed to me. Just as the previous Buddhas have generated the mind of bodhicitta, and just as they successfully dwell in the Bodhisattva practices, likewise for the benefit of all sentient beings, I will generate the mind of bodhicitta, and likewise shall have two successful follow the Bodhisattva practices. Feel the joy of having received the Bodhisattva vow on this extremely sacred land where the Buddha Shakyamuni became enlightened. With this mind, let's turn to the next page, page 51. Throughout my future lifetimes, may always be guided by the compassionate Buddha and be able to uphold the true precious bodhicittas even at the cost of my life. Throughout my future lifetimes, may always be guided by the compassionate Buddha and be able to uphold the true precious bodhicittas even at the cost of my life. Throughout my future lifetimes, may always be guided by the compassionate Buddha and be able to uphold the true precious bodhicittas even at the cost of my life. In order to further increase this bodhicitta from now on, those with discernment who have loosely seized and awakened the mind of the bodhicitta in this way should highly praise them. Today my life has borne fruit, having well obtained this human existence. I've been born in the family of Buddha, and now I'm one of Buddha's children. Thus whatever actions I do from now on must be in accord with the family. Never shall it disgrace or pollute this noble and unsullied race. Just like a blind person discovering a jewel in a heap of rubbish, likewise by some coincidence an awakened mind has been born within me. Is a supreme ambrosia that overcomes the sovereignty of death, is the inexhaustible treasure that eliminates the poverty in the world, is the supreme medicine that quells the world's disease, is the tree that shelters all beings wandering in the tired and path of conditioned existence. It is a universal bridge that leads to freedom from the unhappy states of birth, is a dawning moon of the mind that dispels the torment disturbing conceptions, is the great sun that finally removes the misty ignorance of the world, is this quintessential butter from the churn of the milk of Dharma. For all those guys travel from the path of a conditioned existence who wish to experience the boundless happiness, this will satisfy them with joy and actually place them in supreme bliss. Today, in the presence of all the protectors, I invite the world to be the guests at a festival of temporary and ultimate delight. May gods, demigods all be joyful. I dedicate the merit thus gathered towards the realization that deeds and prayers of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas all 3 times, and to the whole of the doctrine, scripture, and insight, and all lives through the force of this merit, never separate from the 4 wheels of the Mahayana vehicle, and accomplish all the stages of the path, renunciation, bodhicitta, perfume, and the 2 stages. From my 2 collections, vast the space that I've amassed, from where I came without fail at this practice for a great length of time, may I become the chief waiting Buddha for all those whose minds were blinded by ignorance. Om Gati Gati Paragati Parasamgate Bodhisvatyata Om Gati Gati Paragati Parasamgate Bodhisvatyata Om Gati Gati Paragati Parasamgate Bodhisvaha. 3 precisions together.